We hear a lot about conditioning in the real estate market. What does that actually mean?
Conditioning simply is telling an owner what they want to hear to get the listing when it is competitive. You've got the listing, maybe you're 10-20% over what the other agents in the marketplace have quoted. Obviously that's enticing for the vendor to hear. They're going to give it a go. If somebody can get me an extra $250,000, why don't we give them a shot? And then during the campaign, during the next 4 to 6 weeks, hammering the vendor down from that price point by giving them potentially bogus information classed as buyer feedback to bring them down from that inflated high price that was quoted at the time of listing to the actual market price, which the agent probably knew all along was around 200,000 below what they've told the owner to get the listing.
Many of the agents use a conditioning process where they might promise the client or the vendor a very high price before the campaign starts. They quote a lower price to the buyers to get the buyers in, and then the auction process and the conditioning process is designed to find a meeting ground somewhere in between to sell the property.
But how do you know, as a vendor, how can you tell that that's happening to you?
Simplest thing to look for is all the things that the agent told you that were positives and good about the house and no longer being discussed when you're in the middle of a campaign. It's all the negatives that were always there with the property, the busy road, the block of units overlooking you. Suddenly they become the focus and they're the reasoning why the buyers aren't paying the price that we were hoping for 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Fortunately though, with the internet, you're able to get an enormous amount of information on everything that's sold and everything that's on the market. And when you're sitting down with the seller, you'll talk them through all that information, and normally by the end of it, you're on the same page.